Greetings and welcome back to Animal Revolt Battle Simulator, or ARBS. In our last episode, we completed the Dead Rising campaign, although the Steam achievement said Dead Rising Part 1. So maybe that lower area, there's going to be a Part 2, which I think the next campaign actually does have 2 parts. We're going to have to see about that. Then, of course, we went into the Sandbox, created some abominations, and then sicked them on each other. Pretty evenly matched, even though one had a much bigger cost than the other one. Anyway, let's move on to the next campaign, and actually the last one we have available. I shouldn't say that. I guess we could try the first-person shooter maps. We're going to have to see about that. And when I mentioned the Dead Rising, see, notice this bottom area is all empty. We're going to get back to that in a second. As we look at the Fantastic Beasts, which does seem to have 2 distinctive campaigns, doesn't it? Now, when you look above, you see all kinds of creatures here. When you look down below, well, I see a lot of humans, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I guess there's only one way to know. I guess we're starting part 1 of Fantastic Beasts, and I see a lot of polar bears. Are we going to be playing humans for this? And we have to wait till part 2 to play the beasts? I hope not. But I guess we're about to find out. Okay, so first things first. What do we got here? Rhino. 2 rhinos, a whole bunch of polar bears, and some, I guess it's like, I don't know, type of buffalo or something like that. Okay, so what do we have? And I'm feeling... Oh, no, I actually get some fantasy beasts. And reptiles. Okay, I could have snakes and saltwater crocodiles. Or I could have gorgons, hill giants, and minotaurs. How much do I have to work with? How much... Okay, let's just see what we have here. You know, I don't think that minotaurs are going to do the job. How much are these guys? You know, hill giants might be better. I'm thinking because, I mean, there's a lot of them. If I was to put minotaurs down, I really could only put 2 down and then, I don't know, maybe something from the reptiles or something like that, because that would be 240 gone. But they'd swarm around them. That's the thing about it is, and I don't think that would end well for them. I mean, if we want to do a test on that, we'll do a test on that. Hold it a minute. Because I don't think that this is going to work out for the minotaurs. Is there anything that I can do? Okay, well, I can put down 1 anaconda. There we go. There's the attack force. Now, remember, I don't think that's going to work because there's a lot of these guys here, and I think these guys are going to get swarmed. So let's just see if that does happen. Although, I don't know, they're getting swarmed. Oh, they might... Okay, the rhinos are still up. Well, one of the rhinos is up. Well, we had a polar bear in midair there. No, actually, I think they won. And as a matter of fact, the anaconda was still there, too. Okay, I underestimated how strong they were. They're about a half health. And, you know, that one, you know... 1/3 health. But I mean, I guess big old axes are just really useful, huh? Okay, I didn't think that was going to work, but it did. So let's move on. Do not underestimate minotaurs. Alright, so what do we have now? Okay, we're going dinosaur here now, right? I think those are pachyosaurs. And those are... Oof. They're not Gallimath. I forget their name at the moment. But this is interesting. 300. What do I have to work with? Okay, fantasy. I do have minotaurs again. I mean, do we want to try minotaurs? I mean, basically speaking, these are not carnivores. Or I could put... How many Gorgons could I put down? Because they do breathe fire. That would be interesting. I could put 5 of them down. Let's try that. Like that. I mean, like I said, they do breathe fire, which would be kind of disastrous for these fellows here. All right, so let's go. Yeah, they just instantly got rid of most of those little guys right there. Okay. Okay, these guys are going to finish them off. Are any of the Gorgons down? Actually, they're not. Oh, one just died. No, he's not dead. He was just resting. Are there any... This one's like a bit under half. Okay, and this one just decided to fall down. Even though he's pretty healthy. Okay, this one has probably got the lowest health. Yeah, so far, not really much of a threat here, huh? I mean, they're not carnivores, right? All right, let's think. I see a lot of rhinos now. I see a lot of rhinos. Okay, that's significant. Okay, we have 350 to work with. Okay, there's a lot of rhinos. We got some hippos in the back. Well, there's a whole lot of horns. All right, so let's see what we have over here. All right, anything new? We can do wyverns. How much is the Hydra? The Hydra's 200. It's too bad they didn't give us like 400 so we could have 2 Hydras. That would be interesting. I don't know if the wyverns could pick up any of these because they're all large. The last time we used them, it was in the Dead Rising campaign, and basically they were grabbing skeletons and flying away and throwing them off the edge. But those were skeletons. I mean, can they do that with a rhino? I don't think so. What's in the reptile area again? Oh, we have that big one, don't we? Interesting. Well, I can only do 3 of them. So I don't think that would work out too well. Titan boas. I don't know about that. Could do 4 of them. I think we're probably better off staying in fantasy. I mean, I could do a bunch of minotaurs. How much is a bunch, though? 3? Or maybe a bunch of hill giants. In this case, it would be kind of a bunch, wouldn't it? Let's just try hill giants. I probably should be mixing and matching here, but I'm thinking, nah, it'll be fine. Okay, so now what? I'll have to go with maybe anacondas like I did before. Hold on a minute. Let's go back here. Reptiles. Down the middle. And that's about it, because I can't put anything else in there. All right. I have no idea. The last time I said I don't think it's going to work, it worked. So, all right, let's just see how this goes. I should turn that off. It's distracting. Okay, they're kind of whoa! It looked like he was doing a suplex there. Okay, the hill giants are all still up. Oh, what did he do? Just crush his head? I mean, these aren't even close. I mean, look, is the anaconda still alive? Wait a minute. Yeah, the anaconda's still alive too. I mean, the fantastic beasts are just so much stronger. How badly were they hurt? Okay, he was over half. He's under half. He is under half. He's the most hurt so far. Oh no, this guy is. That guy's not so bad. The anaconda is at about 40%. I mean, none of them are dead. They all survived. So I'm getting the idea that the fantastic beasts are just a little bit overpowered here, you know? Okay, now we're going for it, though. We have elephants. It's when they throw in a brachiosaur, that's when it's going to be serious, right? But elephants are still serious. And how much are they going to give me? 500. Okay, so we have... Are those tigers? Okay, we have elephants, giraffes, and tigers. Oh my. Alright, well, if they gave me hydras, I could do 2 of them. I don't know if that would be a good idea or not. Let's see. Yeah, I can do hydra. How about the reptiles? I mean, the reptiles, except for the very inexpensive green anaconda, really don't seem as interesting as these. I mean, so far we've done Gorgons, we've done hill giants, and we've done the minotaurs, and all of them are victorious. Easily victorious. I don't think... We didn't lose any Gorgons, we didn't lose any hill giants, we certainly didn't lose any minotaurs because, you know, there were only 2 of them at the time we used them. So, I mean, do I want to put down 2 of these? But then I'll only have 100. I could put a hill giant down in the middle. You know what? Why not? Let's just try this. See how this works out. And then... Wyvern? I don't think the wyvern... I mean, you could pick up the tigers maybe, but certainly not the big ones, right? So I'm just going to put down one of him. And then, of course, we're going to go once again to the reptiles. How much are you? How about you? Titan boa? Maybe I should put the Titan boa down instead. All right, let's put down a gator. And I can't afford another anaconda. All right. All right, well, you know, like I said, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, it's a mess. All right, turn this off. It's distracting. Okay. Okay, he's having fun. All right, the Hydras is still up. I mean, he's doing a great job at tanking 3 elephants. Although I do think he's gonna die. He's also got a... He killed the tiger that was on him, too. I mean, how OP is that? I mean, he's punching elephants in the face and winning. Okay, both Hydras are still standing, so that's bad for their side, right? And one's down. Okay, they finally dropped him. But here's their problem. Okay, one of the Hydras is down. Okay, they may end up winning this one. They may end up winning this one. Okay, is that one actually alive? Okay, they finally won. I gotta tell you, I think a bunch of hill giants would probably do it. I mean, that guy lasted a long time with 3 elephants in his face, just punching them. I think that's probably the way to go, so let's do that. And... Okay, I can't do any more of them. Can't do that one. I can't... Okay, I can do a werewolf. We'll put a werewolf in the back. He'll be like the quarterback, and this is the line. All right, go. Okay, are there any hill giants down? I don't see any. Okay, how do you guys like 3-on-1? Actually, it's a whole bunch of them there. Yeah, this one worked out a lot better. Okay, is one down? Is he actually dead, though? Yeah, he looks like he's dead. Actually, it looks like he got ripped in half. Okay, they did lose one of their own. And I have no idea what happened to the werewolf. I'm guessing he's long since dead. How are they doing? Okay, one was very hurt. These two were under 500. This guy's under 500. These two were over. Not too hurt at all, actually. So they did take down one. I was saying, it looks like it kind of tore him in half there, didn't they? Okay, well, the hill giants won again. The Hydras are really not very strong. They seem to be able to take a lot of damage, but they don't seem to be able to give it out. I don't know, maybe they're just kind of awkward or something like that. Okay, this should be interesting. Dinosaurs. Oh my goodness. Yikes. Okay, I have a 1,300 cost, but I do believe that I require that. Yikes. Eesh. Okay, well, let's see what fantastic beasts I have for this. Can I have like a super boss or something? Okay, nothing interesting there. Yeah, the Hydra. Should I just go with a ton of Minotaurs? How many Minotaurs can I put down? Once again, I don't think that the Wyverns would be very useful here, you know? 10? I could put 10 down? Okay, and I need something that's like 100. I mean, I might as well just go with this one. What do I have over here? I mean, I could put the big old guy here. He's worth 100, right? All right. I've used all 1,300. So what do you think? We have the Minotaurs. I'm going to turn this off. The Minotaurs against the Dinos. I mean, we got some big claws here from the Mr. Smileys. The Stegosaurs are big, but, you know, these guys are more dangerous because of the club. I've seen them use it. It's just that these guys they're big and bulky, but, I mean, I don't think they're that much of a trouble. These guys here with the claws are a bit of a trouble. But place your bets. Who wins? The Minotaurs or the Dinos? All right, let's do this. And so the chaos begins. Okay, really, you just like, who's going down first? All right, what? I see one of them down. I see another one of them down. I don't see any Minotaurs on the ground yet. I don't see any Minotaurs on the ground. I see a Minotaur on the ground. I see two on the ground. Okay, yeah, the Stego is actually doing a good with the tail there, isn't he? They're ripping up the dinos who get caught in the middle. Now, the Minotaurs. I do believe the dinos are going to win this one. Yep. Okay, so the thing is that the Stegos are actually quite useful with those tails. Oh, wow, look at the spikes on the tails. Okay, I didn't see that. They were getting them caught in the middle, and they were all hitting them. And there was one guy who looked like he was stun-locked because he couldn't attack. Okay, so maybe this one is going to be a little bit tough. We're going to have to think about this one, aren't we? Let's do a clear. I could do a bajillion hill giants. I mean, there's an idea. Or maybe I could just do 13 of these guys. I don't think that they would do the job. I wonder if they'd be able to flip them. All right, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Just for giggles, right? Let's see the reptiles against the older reptiles. It's a reptile battle. I don't think they're going to win. Because, like I said, lots of spikes and stuff in there, and long claws. And I can't see anything dead yet. Okay, I see dinos dying. I see a gator dead. I'm seeing multiple gators dead. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. I think they're just too big for them. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's not do that. I figure we can probably skip the reptile area. The answer is probably over here. How many oh, that's interesting. I could put 6 hydras down. In this case, size might be a serious benefit, right? Yeah, like there. And then I need 100. So I'll put 2 werewolves in the back. There we go. Okay, so larger. They're larger than these guys are. So let's see what kind of mess this is going to be, huh? All right, let's take a look. Looked like he was running for it. Okay, it looks like all of the hydras are standing. This hydra looks like he's in trouble. I mean, they're so bulky, they could push them off the edge. Is he dead? He's still alive. They're still beating on him. Okay, they're like pushing corpses off the edge. Okay, they did kill that one. Okay, was that one alive when it fell? Okay, there's another dead one. It's hard to tell because, I mean, how many of those are alive? I think 2 of the hydras are alive, which means they're in a lot of trouble. I think 1 is alive now, and he is in a lot of trouble. What's interesting is that they did beat the Stegosaurus. They didn't beat these guys. All right, so we're going to have to mix and match or something like that. Or we could do the bajillion hill giants. Clear. So many hill giants. Okay, it's going to be a hill giant rush. Okay, how many? 1, 2 hill giants dead so far. There's a lot more dinos dead. I think they're gonna win this one. Because there's a lot of dinos dead, and I see 4 hill giants. I mean, look at this Stego's in a lot of trouble. Although he is using the tail, he killed 2 of his attackers. But he's in a lot of trouble there. Okay, the hill giant rush did the job. Yeah, these guys are pretty tough. These guys are pretty tough. They're also extremely inexpensive at 65 each. You know, they're almost half of what the Minotaurs are. Anyway, I think that's a good place to end. We did do half of the campaign there, and how can you beat a hill giant rush? Let's not try for today. So I think that's going to be it for now. Just like I said, we did half of that first part of the campaign, and mostly we didn't really have a lot of problems. When we did have problems, it's just because I was using the wrong creature, right? In the end there, it turned out to be the hill giants again. And you know what? I might lean on them a lot because if you're going to give me a lot of cost, I can really put a lot of them down there. They certainly benefited from numbers in that last one. I mean, look, they're only 65. The Minotaurs are 120. And are they really stronger? I mean, the hill giants really seem to take a lot of abuse. But then again, it's numbers, so it gets split up. So, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.